Hello, welcome. My name is Andy. Thanks for joining me. This is the next in our series of flipped preaching videos where I try and unpack a little bit of the Bible story that we're going to be looking at on Sunday beforehand, so you get a chance to think about it and come up with some questions and chew it over beforehand. Okay, this year, which runs from Advent to Advent, so this year, which we're quite near the start of, our main gospel text we're going to look at is the book of Mark. And in the other 2 years, it's a 3-year cycle, we look at Matthew and Luke, but John is kind of sliced up and slotted into the other years. So today's passage is actually from the book of John. Okay, so it's John 1, verses 43 to 51. Have a look at the passage now, if you're able to. Okay, you go back, good. So we have the story of Jesus beginning to call his disciples to follow him. And we have here the calling story of Philip first, which is almost like a prelude to the bigger calling story here, which is of Nathanael. Now it's quite mysterious. No one quite knows what's going on here, but we have this situation where Jesus sees Nathanael from a distance and seems to know an awful lot about him. And Nathanael's amazed that Jesus knows so much about him beforehand, and is astounded and recognises that there's something special about Jesus. And Jesus says that, well, if you thought that was good, greater things will come. For the next few months, as we're building up to the arrival of the Methodist Modern Art Collection, I'm going to show you some of the paintings that are involved in that, where they tie in with the Bible passage. And there's one painting which I'll show you now, which is of the Nathanael story. It's by an artist called Marc Cazalet, and quite a recent painting as well. And here we see a very kind of abstract picture of Nathanael sleeping underneath his fig tree just before Jesus interacts with him. And he's chosen to paint Nathanael naked, which we think is because Cazalet wanted to show that Jesus knew Nathanael inside out, knew everything about him. And I wonder if that gives a new perspective on the whole thing. If Jesus sees you like that, naked, inside out, knows everything about you, but still calls you to follow as you are. I think that's lovely. Now, I've not got very much I want to say about this passage actually, but there's this great thing at the end about this line, greater things you will see, greater things you will see. And I think that's a wonderful place to be, that to have that sense that God has more in store. We've seen, you've all encountered God working in your life in various ways, maybe quiet ways, maybe dramatic ways, but God can do greater things. There's more in store. We've got great things ahead. Don't be limited. Don't let your minds be limited of what God can do in the future by what God's done in the past. It can be even better. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Have a look through the passage, think about it, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.